The space was very small, so I had to be very creative in how to use it. So in one scene, for example, there were a lot of dancers on stage, and so I had the main dancer. I brought him in from the audience so that we could use more space, and then we used also the front of the stage and the stage as well.
What I would always say is that I got a lot of training for that screaming and yelling from my upbringing and my family, but then my parents were always like, no, he wasn't like that. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff about Charlie for whom I have great love that I related to a lot.
I'm just really honored to be nominated in this incredible category with all these outstanding gentlemen. I mean, all these guys are in these big Broadway shows, and here's my show, and it was off Broadway.
I actually love working in the rounds. I feel like there's not a bad seat. And it's also, if you think about it, very cinematic, because every angle of that circle, you're going to see a different show. You're going to see a different perspective.
People actually come to the show and they've probably seen it maybe 40 times by watching the movie with their children. It is then your job as an actor to create moments that they don't expect, to create things that are new. And I think what we were able to do with our production of Frozen is to kind of do that, to break away from the stereotypical images and take them and make the dialogue funny, make it deeper and interesting and more compelling. And I think we did that quite successfully.
It was a challenge, but I've been a fan of SpongeBob for years and years, and there's something really special about it. There's an amazing optimism to the character, there's an amazing surrealist humor to the world, and I felt like that could really work on Broadway. And with Tina Landau, the director, who had an amazing vision, and all our designers, I feel like we were like, we can bring this world to life in a really uniquely theatrical way.
I'd say there were some challenges. It's the role is very different from who I am, but I was able to connect with the role that I'm playing. He becomes a new father, and at some point he's like, I got to do something great for my family, and I'm a new father as well.
Yeah, it was a physical marathon, but I love it. So any challenge kind of pales in comparison to how I felt doing it. So I can't wait. I hope I get to do it again.
My name is Sean Carvajal, and I played Angel Cruz in the Signature Theater's production of Jesus Hop the A-Train by Stephen Ali Gerges. I stepped into the role just 3 days. I had to take over the role, so I only had 3 days of rehearsal, and I jumped into previews. I think that was the biggest obstacle. But also, Stephen's work is also just so deep, and it's so layered. So I think that not only stepping in with such short time, but also stepping in and trying to figure out the complexities of the character and of the story.
Set Michael Arden, the director, wanted to make sure that we were prepped and ready before going into the actual theater. So during rehearsals, we set it up in the round just to get familiar with it and just to learn all of the challenges that we had. So when we come into the theater, we kind of have our game plan set.
Well, for me, it was really the words that Lynn wrote sent me right into the world of Malima. It was as soon as I read the play and saw how it kind of moved, I immediately thought about the idea of a concept album and how to turn pages and kind of be a mediator for the audience.
I think it was so wonderful to get an opportunity to reinvent this amazing show that has had, a Broadway life 25 years ago, and then subsequently has been done so many times around the country and the world. And it was great to come back to such amazing material, but really think about what it meant to do it in 2018, and that all of us could come together and do that as a artistic unit was really thrilling.
Great. My name is Michael Dalto. I'm with the Mad Ones, and we wrote a play called Miles for Mary that was nominated for Best Play. I think what people would enjoy to know is, we are a group of writers. We're a team of writers, and it's an added challenge to our process. It's not one person off in a room doing the work. It's about a group of individuals coming together and really trying to find the play within inside of themselves. So.